I can't really do a good Plankton laugh. But, yo, what is up, my Knights of the Round Table? Welcome back to Music Night with the Night. We get to the Titanium 1208 battle. The man behind the slaughter, William Afton, versus Plankton. I saw this, and I just knew I had to react to it, because I'm a SpongeBob guy, and I need William Afton to take a fucking L. I need him to take an L after, I remember years ago, he beat my boy Mikey Myers in a battle. In a titanium battle, to boot. He beat my boy Mikey Myers. So this is my revenge right here. This is the comeback. Plankton's gonna avenge Michael Myers' honor. But I also did like the FNAF movie, and I like the original games. I have not played Security Breach, but I may play it. I love Matthew Lillard, so I have a favoritism towards Afton now, even though he beat my boy in a rap battle, which I'm not over all these years later. But right now I'm going for Plankton, because he needs to avenge him. He needs to finish the story. Finish the story, Plankton! If Plankton loses, I am abandoning all hope.
Seems a pass found it best to scurry in the back room. Didn't even have to leave, just went straight to a vacuum. Done my crucible, it's suitable on such a beautiful day. You're somehow even smaller than my usual prey. Are you ready, kids, for the cruelty life gives? I love the potways.
I love that mix.
Labels your limbs. Try your best to come to grips with your show's tight scripts. A five black sheep and a frantic family full of hicks. And I know you're smart, but from the start your play parts are not odd. Every episode's a restart. You never think to depart. Keep fighting, keep trying. You have a knack for something snacks. Not lying or dying. And I'm not the only one
coming back.
Shut your mouth, mediocre melody mistake. Who say you people hate? Needed updates plus a fan-made remake. You left your lines baked, those were special deliveries. Got a jump scare so bad, stuck continued the series.
I went to college.
Left your franchise desolated. It goes for your restaurant and games, it's all the same career here. Good return from the ruin, but that's just a game theory. Entertain, entrap stupid brats. You couldn't even program a wife that loves you back.
She does. Not counting that one.
Until they made him an exponent component. They are kidnapping customers, now respond more steel. Stomach pumped, all a chump, that's one cost meal. Bring your food in the car, your rival place is the bar. Don't get crabby, Sheldon, I didn't think you'd get this far. Take a bite out of this, we both have families and fun that. My son's a robot too, he didn't have to die to become that. On the side of yours isn't around. Did she leave after her baby got scooped up by a clown?
Okay, he get personal.
Tired of your gimmick, didn't want you coming back, so they made up your mimic. You fall into critics, and it doesn't matter what you project. When you cheat, death costs you an arm, and everyone's respect. My first shop closed, cause a riot incited. Your business is down the drain, because even Fibber went bited. Remember me in therapy, our sex has no similarity. Our plans fall so often, I could list them alphabetically.
No, not fancy.
Can't sell it either, just a miserable creature with only one good flick feature. A fan game, some deemed of you a common factor. They rip off my titles, another formula you couldn't capture. You think you're the star, the game's titled after Fazbear.
That's a Hurrymaker.
Worst game that they have there. We saw through fall, face some electrical shocks. Caught once and for all, you just springing to
locks, okay?
My family, your son wants you dead. You're a twisted one, from your guts to your head. Become a shell a second time, trust you've lost your identity. Live forever with a legacy, killed by longevity.
Could the revenge be complete? Could the story be finished? It's looking good, boys and ladies and gentlemen. I don't know why I said boys, but I'm excited. I've been waiting for this. The day he fell. So I'm going to break this down.
Seems a pass found it best to scurry in the back room. Didn't even have to leave, just went straight to a vac.
So the way William Afton killed his victims was he would lure children to one of the back rooms that didn't have a security camera, and he would them and stuff them in a suit. So he's like, okay, I didn't have to lead you into a back room. You just ran straight to a vacuum. There were many of episodes where Plankton got vacuumed up.
Got my crucible, it's suitable on such a beautiful day. You're somehow even smaller than my usual prey.
Oh, you're even smaller than my usual prey. William Afton targets children, small children. So, and Plankton is not about this big. He about an inch tall. And he's like, okay, you're even smaller than my usual prey.
Are you ready, kids, for the cruelty life gives? I love the potways, a good thing you labeled your limbs.
I love the, wait a minute. I love to part ways, a good thing.
Part ways, a good thing you labeled your
you labeled your limbs, because wasn't there an episode where Plankton had to reattach his left and right arm? It was one of the earlier seasons. Yeah, because I remember he had to put his legs back on. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I just don't remember the episode.
Say it best to come to grips with your show's tight scripts. A half black sheep and a forensic family full of hicks.
Yeah, Plankton's family is full of hicks, like me. That's a self burn. Those are rare. Yeah, Plankton's family looks a lot like mine. Root beer! Oh, I can't read. Howdy, Cousin Plankton. Love it. Alright, that's enough of me geeking out.
Hey, you labels, you lambs. Say it best to come to grips with your show's tight scripts.
Yeah, they're very tired scripts. Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's a half black sheep and
a far-off black sheep and a frenzied family. He's basically calling Plankton a black sheep.
forensic family full of hicks.
Yeah, he's a black sheep and a family full of hicks because he's smart.
And I know you're smart, but from the start, your play parts are not on every episode.
Your play parts are not on every episode's restart.
It's a restart, you never think to depart.
Basically saying Plankton's always doomed to fail. He comes in every episode trying to steal the formula and always fails. He should just depart. He should quit. He should just quit.
Keep fighting, keep trying, you have a knack for something snacks.
You have a knack.
Keep fighting, keep trying,
you have a knack for slumping snacks. Is it referencing the fact that, Plankton's known for trying to steal the formula?
Knack for something
Or
snacks.
stealing a Krabby Patty, a snack? Something kind of confused me on that.
Not the only one coming.
You're not the only one coming back. Fucking Afton's famous saying is, I always come back.
Back. Shut your mouth, mediocre.
By the way, I will say, Titanium, this is a hell of a fucking Plankton impression. I wish I could do it. Well, crabs, I went to college! I can't do it.
Melody mistake. Who's the...
Mediocre melody mistake. This is reference to what he called Squidward. He's a mediocre clarinet player.
You people hate me.
Whose debut people hate. Same people hated FNAF. Fuck, 2 or 3. That's what he debuted in as the purple guy. I know as Springtrap, he was in FNAF 3. FNAF fans, don't jump down my throat. I know as Springtrap, he was in FNAF 3, but I thought he debuted as the purple guy in FNAF 2, but I could be wrong.
Updates plus a fan-made remake.
Alright, so that's what I think. Needed updates plus a fan-made remake. You needed updates to the game and a fan-made remake. Did that exist? I have not kept up with that. I have not kept up with the games of the fandom. Damn it. Should have let your lines bake. Those weren't special deliveries. Okay, I like that. You should have let your lines cook because they weren't special deliveries. No, he didn't. They wouldn't. So, you deliver baked goods. You deliver food. You should have let your lines bake. They weren't special deliveries. You deliver a line. You cook a line. Make sure it's smooth and ready and hard-hitting. He's basically saying his lines and disses were piss poor, is what I'm getting at. Sorry, I had a smudge on my screen.
Special deliveries.
I like that wordplay a lot.
Got a jump scare so bad, Scott continued the...
You got a jump scare so bad, Scott continued the series.
Got a jump...
Wasn't it supposed to end with FNAF 3? I think. Right?
Scare so bad, Scott continued the...
Yeah, because Scott continued it. He continued to 4, a sister location, and another one. I can't remember if it was Security Breach or not.
Serious? I went to...
That's Plankton's famous saying, I went to college! Because, he's a smart guy. He went to college. That's all he has to show for his life.
College after needs to get educated.
After needs to get educated, I went to college. After needs to get educated. I like that.
Was decorated, that's it.
Was decorated, thoughts detonated.
Let your franchise...
Let your franchise desolated. Alright, the franchise was desolated to the movies. Well, Security Breach did fine, but it was buggy as hell.
Desolated goes for your restaurant.
That goes for your restaurant and game. Yeah, The restaurants have a horrible track record, but great lawyers, because how in the fuck do 5 children die and you reopen? They have the best lawyers around.
Games, it's all the same career. He returned from the ruin, but that's just a game.
He could return from ruin, but that's just a game theory referencing game theory. I'm gonna miss Matt Pat. You gotta reference game theory in a FNAF battle. You got to.
Entertain, entrap stupid brats. You couldn't even program a wife that loves you.
She does though. In her own way. Yeah, she does. Like, there was an episode where she missed the old Plankton when he was evil. She loved him. Yeah, she does care about him, and he cares about... I'm pretty sure it's documented that they care about each other. I'm not giving you that bar, Afton. I'm not giving it to you. So, yes, besides that, he does make robots to entertain and entrap stupid brats, and he makes robots to entrap kids, because he's a sicko.
I'm not stepping the challenge. I'm stepping on my opponent.
I'm not stepping the challenge. I'm stepping on my opponent. Plankton's always stepped on.
It was only minor till they made him an exponent component.
Who was only minor to the main exponent component. This is a reference to the fact that Plankton was originally a one-off character. He was going to be a one-off villain. But they liked the portrayal of him so much they kept bringing him back for more episodes. So he was literally supposed to be a one-off character. And they made him an exponent component.
They are kidnapping customers. Now respond most.
You pay or kidnap your customers. Yes, there was an episode with the chum sticks where Karen was paying a customer to visit the chum bucket because nobody wants to eat at the chum bucket. So yeah, he has to pay for customers or kidnap them.
Customers now respond no steal. Stomach pumped over chum. That's one course meal.
Stomach pumped over. I love that flow. Stomach pumped over chum. That's one course meal. That was the same episode where Karen was paying the customer. He had to get his stomach pumped twice, I think. Yeah, it's bad.
Considering your food and decor, your rival places the bar. Don't.
Wait, what? Considering your food and decor, chum, and a bucket, you know, the chum bucket.
Food and decor, your rival place.
Your rival places the bar.
Don't
because the Krusty Krab is the golden standard. Don't get crabby, Sheldon. Get it because his main rival's Mr. Krabs. And Plankton's real name is Sheldon. Sheldon! I can't do a good Karen either.
Krabby Sheldon, I didn't think you'd get this far.
I don't know. I didn't think I'd get this far. That was from another episode.
Take a bite out of this. We both have families, and from that, my son's a robot too. He didn't have to die to become that.
Woo! My son's a robot too. He didn't have to die to become that. William Afton's children have a bad habit of dying and becoming things. His daughter became a robot after she died. His son became infected with some kind of virus, some shit, made him a zombie. FNAF heads, give me the full lore in the comments about that, but I know the gist of it. He pretty much became a zombie. Like, it was not good. Like, he was decaying, actively decaying. It was not good for his son. And the other son bit the big one, too. His family life is quite tragic. So Plankton's getting personal in this round. He's bringing up his kids. He's like, okay, speaking of wives, he's rebuttaling. Yours ain't around. Did she leave after her baby?
Leave after her baby got scooped up by a clown.
Got scooped up by a clown. This is the reference to the sister location where Circus Baby was the one that killed William Afton's daughter. He warned her not to go near Circus Baby because he intentionally programmed it to kill kids. And the irony, or karma, is that it killed his own. That's FNAF.
Your fans are so cynic, they tire of your...
Your fans are so cynic, they tire of your gimmick, alright?
Didn't want you coming back, so they made up your mimic.
They don't want you to come back, so his thing is, I always come back. They don't want you to come back anymore, so they made up, Vanny, I think her name was. Yeah, Vanny. Yeah, it's Vanny. That was the mimic.
You fall into critics, and it doesn't matter what you project. When you cheat, death costs you an arm, and everyone's respect. So they made up your mimic. You fall into critics, you know, game critics. The critics, and it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what you project. Is it projecting like issues or projecting like a movie? What you project when you cheat death, it costs you an arm. And everyone's respect. Yeah, he came back in one of the games and he was burned to a crisp because he was in the fire in FNAF 3 and he had no arm. He only had one arm. So yeah, he lost an arm and everyone's respect because everybody was tired of seeing him come back. They want to see him get his comeuppance. Your shop closed because a riot incited. Your business is down the drain because even Fedbo invited.
So he's like, okay, my first business closed because a riot incited. Was that the reason? I thought it was the reason that he killed his partner's daughter. Oh, that was the reason it closed, or did he have a restaurant before that? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. But, your business is down the drain because even Fredbear wouldn't bite it.
Because even Fredbear wouldn't bite.
The bite of 87? You know, the bite is like the big thing of FNAF lore. And Fredbear, or Freddy Fazbear, was the one that did the bite of 87. So he's like, your business is down the drain because even Fredbear wouldn't bite it. Nobody wants to eat at your restaurant.
Remember me in therapy, our success shows no similarity. Our plans fail so often, I could list them alphabetically.
Your plans fail so often, I could list them alphabetically. Or, you know, our stories don't align. Shit. Let me make sure I got that right. It wasn't in stories. Our success shares no similarity. There we go. Our success shares no similarity. Your plans fail so often, I could list them alphabetically. SpongeBob the movie, where the main plot of the movie was Plankton's on Plan Z. Every other plan in alphabetical order has failed, but now he's on Plan Z. Plan Z can't possibly fail! So yeah, his plans do fail alphabetically.
You can't defeat your chum and you can't sell any either.
You can't defeat your chum and you can't sell any either. Mr. Krabs used to be Plankton's best friend. So he's his chum, and he can't sell any chum either. I like that wordplay.
Just a miserable creature with only one good flick feature.
Yeah, the first SpongeBob movie is the only good one.
Fan game, something of you, a common fact.
Yeah, they do have, like, Five Nights at the Chum Bucket. Yeah, there's FNAF-type games than SpongeBob characters.
They rip off my titles, another formula you could...
They rip off my titles, another formula you couldn't capture. This might be Afton's hardest diss here. Because Plankton's notorious he can't capture the formula. You know, the Krabby Patty formula. He's saying your games couldn't capture my game's formula. Another formula you couldn't steal. That's a haymaker. I ain't gonna lie. That's a haymaker.
Capture. You think you're the star? The game's titled after Fazbear.
Alright, so he's going after. He's like, you think you're the star? The game's titled after Fazbear. Five Nights at Freddy's.
The only mascot in the worst game that they have there.
You're the mascot in the worst game they have there. FNAF 3.
We solved it all. Face some electrical shocks. Caught once and for all. You just spring into locks.
You just spring into locks. That's what got Afton his first death, was the spring locks, and his suit failed, and it sealed him in the suit like a juicer.
I rely on my family. Your son wants you dead.
Alright, I rely on my family. Your son wants you dead.
You're
He does.
twisted one from your guts to your head.
You're a twisted one from your guts to your head because his body got fucking mangled.
Michelle, the second time, twice you've lost your identity. Live forever with a legacy. Killed by longevity.
Basically saying the longer the FNAF games went, the more their legacy diminished, which is true in a lot of ways. And especially true for the character of William Afton. He should have been, you know, killed off a long time ago. You know, like, it should have been... His come-up should have been grander. And it should have stuck. He shouldn't just keep coming back over and over and over and over and over like he's fucking Virgil. Or fucking, what's the dude from Zelda? The fucking main bad guy. He always comes back. It's always him. Gafton, I think, maybe? Gaston? I can't remember. I'm gonna lean towards Plankton. I don't think Plankton had a diss that was as hard as the Formula one, but I think Plankton was just hitting him with so many truths. Like, his fucking Afton's family hates him. His franchise, his character was killed by longevity. His character didn't know when to leave. How he was in the worst FNAF game. How he's not the main character of the franchise. It's, you know, Freddy's title's in the name. And I liked Afton's flow more, and he had the hardest diss, which you could make an argument he won. It's a very close battle, but I'm leaning towards Plankton because Plankton was just going at him with some low blows with his family, and it was true. So I'm going to give it to Plankton right now. But let me know who you thought won in the comments below. I'm giving this battle a 10 out of 10. This is a matchup I didn't think would work. Because, you know, it's SpongeBob versus FNAF. These are two very different franchises. But they're both restaurant owners, both failed restaurant owners. And they're evil. So I can see the connection. But I actually think the battle translated well. I think it's a lot of ways better than Springtrap versus Michael. Especially like in Afton's lyrics and his disses. I think it's better in a lot of ways, sadly. Even though my boy Mikey was in it. So it hurts to admit. But I think Plankton finished the story, so I'm happy. So let me know who you guys thought won in the comments below. Go check out Titanium. He has tons of great battles. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always. I'll see you, crabs, in the next one. Alakazam!